Happy Easter World Wide Web. Another update from my stock channel. This is James, your favorite bigger guy. Kohls Corporation. We're looking at some competitors of Bed Bath & Beyond, trying to find out who's going to inherit the most of their $5 billion of revenue and where this business is going to go, who's going to be scooping it up, and who's the best in the best situation to benefit from it. Kohls, very similar business model, but they also sell lots of other useful products, not putting them completely in the Bed Bath & Beyond category, but maybe a fourth of their store is dedicated to Bed Bath & Beyond kind of stuff. So for that reason, it's a competitor. The 1-year chart on Kohls, down 60%. Ouch. 6 months, 16%. 1 month, down 13%. The crash continues, followed by an up day. Kohls in their heyday, $70, $60, $50, down to $22. This company's market cap is still $2.5 billion. They're still a big company. Quick look at their income statement annually. They are not a growing company anymore. It's kind of up and down and up and down. Perhaps they hit the pinnacle. They're not adding as many stores, or the stores are doing less. This is their quarterly revenue. Huge whack in April of 2022. Revenue down just like half. Then it started rising again, which is nice. Maybe they're getting it back. Maybe they've closed a few stores and didn't collect the revenue, and then they opened a few stores and got it back. Not sure what happened there. Usually you got to open stores to get a jump like that. That can't be same store. Their operating expense, $1.8 billion. Their revenue for the year, $18 billion. So I would say their operating expense is certainly reasonable. Have they ever been a company that put up a profit? Yes. Billion a year almost, 800 million, 700 million. They lost 163. They made 938 million, and they lost 19 million in 2023 so far. Going into the last quarter, they're tracking a loss of $1 billion a year. So this track is destructive here in this last quarter. And they were making money all before that, just a little bit. So keep in mind when you see this blue line, this is a retailer. So like a third or half of this line is going to be cost of product. And usually some of the other half is consumed with the operating costs, the debt and the employees and the price of the stores. And then whatever a little bit is left, you'll see over here. And that's if they they have to run a pretty tight ship to pull a profit. And it looks like they do that on a regular basis. I don't know if I would let this last quarter get under your skin. Assuming they kept the same margins. Maybe they gave everybody a raise. I'm not sure. They might have to lay some people off, though, and make some changes. But I can certainly see this thing finding a turnaround for itself. As long as the balance sheet isn't screwed up. It's not. It's right side up. Their debt is $10 billion. They're bringing in $18 billion a year. It's certainly manageable in a profitable situation, and their liabilities are going down year over year. They went up a little here, and then they came down again. So they are working on paying that off. They have $153 million in cash. They don't have enough cash to get through another beat-up quarter like they just had. Are they going to have another beat-up quarter like that? I don't think so. I sense that was a one-time spin-off. I don't think that's the new mold of the company. If it is, yeah, then this thing's going to suck. How many shares outstanding do they have? 110 million. So they only need to make $110 million for the year to be a buck a share company and have a very respectable stock price. And they did that they did that by 10 in 2022. So their stock must have been raging. And then 2023, they just lost a few pennies a share, it looks like. But now they're tracking losing 10. So, not good. This track can't continue. If you see it repeat itself, then maybe they've lost control of this company. Labor is a whole lot more expensive now. They will be getting inheritors of some of the bbby traffic, so that's going to help things probably. Maybe that's where this pucker up happened. A lot of people chose to go here instead of there. Perhaps they opened up some new stores. I would do some more research on that. I'm liking this company. It's too easy for them to put up with that number of outstanding shares, only 110 million of them. You know, they only need to put up $220 million of win to be a $2 a share company again. And that's going to throw them up into the, $75, $80, $90 range. So can they do that? I don't know. Can they be back up here at $70, $80, $90 where they've always been? Unless they had some of these crappy little situations that they've gone through and fixed. They fixed this one. They fixed this one. Hopefully it'll go beep right up to here. I like Kohls. I look at this as a responsible company that seems to run a tight ship, tight enough to where they can turn what very well could be a loss of a company every single year into a winner on at least 3 out of the last 5 years, and an extremely small winner or loser in the other 2. Plus, they have a ton of cash. 153 million isn't a ton of cash. They can certainly dilute themselves if they needed to. That would be a stock nightmare. But if they needed to raise capital, I'm sure they could just probably use credit. Looks like they got plenty of that. So could they come up with another billion in credit real fast? Absolutely. So they're not going anywhere. They're fine. Could this thing go up at 60 in a snap of a finger? Yeah. Are we going to have a recession? Yeah. Is it going to hurt Kohls? Probably. I don't think they're the cheapest place in the world. So their traffic might kind of fizzle out a little bit. They might have to start lowering prices on things. So I don't know. I'd maybe hang out with this one. Hang out with this one until the Dow hits, pit row, and then jump on it. Kohls, everybody. I'd say at $10, an absolute hell yes. I'd almost hell yes it right now. Just because it's not going anywhere, except for back up to $80 one day. Seems like it's going to take it there. They seem to have the right product mix. When the recession's over, this thing's going back to the moon. This is all fears of the recession. We need to, once you see a bright spot coming up, or you think you're seeing a bright spot, maybe grab a few shares or buy a very few shares and start small. If it goes down, buy some more. Anyhow, please like my video here and donate to my channel by subscribing. That would be wonderful. The more people like it, the more people see it, the more people buy Kohls. Win, win, win. Me, you, everyone. So let's go. And thank you very much for supporting my channel. Have a wonderful Easter and have a great day.